Hey guys, my investy besties, welcome back to Mommy Trader. If you are new around here, welcome on this channel. I am just documenting me and my family of five's journey to financial independence, and we're just trying to build generational wealth over here. So if that sounds interesting to you, or you just want some motivation, or if you're on the same journey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and join us. Also, if you are a returning subscriber, you guys are so amazing. Thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate all of you and this community that we have here. So on today's video, we're going to be talking about why we are increasing our emergency fund and why it's so important to check in with your emergency fund and make sure that it parallels directly with your current expenses. Now, one of the things that we did when we first started this financial journey 6 years ago, we did have an emergency fund number in mind, but sometimes life happens, things go up, you may have more children, get married, buy another home, and your emergency fund may be based off of, you being a single person in a one-bedroom apartment versus a family of five, that is in a house now. And so it's so important to make sure that you check in, that you upgrade your emergency fund. Why? Because your emergency fund is an insurance policy for your finances. Let me repeat. Your emergency fund is an insurance policy for your finances. It's not meant to be invested. It's not meant to be dabbled in here and there for things that are not emergencies. And for us, emergency is like if you lose your job, if there's a health scare or issue in the family, if there's an injury, just like big things. The roof needs to be repaired. The fridge broke, the car, like things like that. Buying clothes, buying purses, shoes, things like that is not an emergency for us. And like I mentioned, it's so important to have an emergency fund because if 2020 taught us anything, is that nobody's really safe, whether from your job, whether health-wise, whether mentally and psychologically, emotionally. You just want to make sure you have some type of capital, some type of money set aside in an account that is separate from investing, that is separate from paying off debt or anything like that. Because when life happens, and trust me, it does, this policy that you have, this insurance policy, will be able to be available for you. Now, why we are making updates to our emergency fund? Well, property taxes. Now, property taxes across the entire United States and probably the world too, but in this country has gone up like crazy, okay? The value of homes, the housing market drove up the value of many people's homes where you can sell your home sight unseen. You get over asking for the price that you want for your home. And as a result, the counties and townships and cities are noticing this. And what are they doing? They are doing reassessment of the properties. Now, we own 3 properties. We are in the process of buying our 4th one. So we own our main home that we live in, and we own 2 rental properties. Now, this is all in the same county. Now, they're in different cities. We're in different cities from our rentals, but it's all in the same county. And here's the thing, the county is what controls the taxes. And so they decided to do a reassessment to take advantage of the increased value of the properties. And I was told that this was going to start happening across a lot of the cities and towns and counties across the United States so that they too can just, take advantage of the value of the homes. And so as a result, our properties were reassessed, and our mortgage, because our mortgage is compromised of, the principal, the insurance, and property taxes and things like that. We do not pay PMI on any of our homes. And as a result, our mortgage is going up across all 3 properties, $1,000 a month. It's going up $1,000 a month across all 3 properties. And so we needed to go back to the drawing board and reallocate and alter some of our financial goals. Now, we still plan on achieving as many as we can. I'll link that video up here where I did talk about our new financial goals for this year, but things happen. And this is something that we have to make sure that we, are taking it care of and making sure we're on top of. And one of those things is updating the emergency fund. So I'm going to take my mouse and I'm going to be looking down. So as you see, this is our basic expenses. This is what we want to make sure we have money for if something happens, my husband get laid off, or if there was a sickness, we want to make sure that we can support ourselves without any help from the government. If we do get help from the government in like financial aid or food assistance, medical assistance, things like that, we'll be more than happy because, we're not too proud to get help. But on the other hand, we want to make sure that we can support ourselves for at least 6 months. And so as you guys can see, our basic expenses are here. So we have our mortgage, we have the 2 rentals because we do include that in our emergency fund because at the end of the day, we're still responsible for those mortgages because it's our names that is on the deed, that's on the mortgage, that's the bank knows. And so we want to make sure whether the tenant pays or not, that we can still make those payments at least for 6 months. Next is utilities, water, Verizon. Now I do not have cable here. This is basic phone and internet. Then we have food/toiletries. I will make $500 work if there was no income coming in. And these are basic expenses. I can make $500 work. Aldi, shop sales, coupons, shop in bulk, cook from scratch, things like that. I can make $500 work for a family of 5 for a month. Next is not food, meds, health and beauty, $100 a month. Then we have gas, $150 a month because we really wouldn't be going anywhere much. Disney Plus, that is something that I am keeping. Same as Amazon Prime, I would be keeping that as well. We use Amazon so much. Disney Plus is a treat for the kids, and I like to watch Disney Plus. And again, like I said, it's something that we plan on keeping. Offering for our church, yes, we plan on still giving a little something. We have that in our emergency fund as well. We have Hulu and AT&T, not AT&T, AAA, that we do get for free. Now, we get this for free through Sprint. Now, I know Sprint has been bought out by T-Mobile, but they said that they were still going to continue the benefits for the foreseeable future. So, and if any of you have Sprint currently, you may want to go look. I don't know if they're still offering it, but free Hulu is with the ads, but it's free, and AAA, which is the basic membership, but is free. Next is Netflix. We do plan on keeping that at $20, and I rounded these numbers up to, I think our Netflix bill is $17 and some change a month, but I did round it up to add, when they do raise the rates, because they always do. BJ's, that's like a Costco or Sam's for us. $175, do some bulk shopping. Car insurance. Now we do pay about $500, maybe a little less, in car insurance every 6 months. We have not had, my husband has never been in an accident. I've been in one accident, and that was like before I got married. So yeah, we have multiple homes, so we have multiple policy discounts and good driving records. It also depends on where you live. Your rate depends on that. So we have a good insurance rate for cars. So that Sprint, we do plan on keeping our cell phones. It's about $105. I just estimated, and then miscellaneous is $200. So when you do all of that for 1 month, that equals $6,432. Now these dates down here is when I originally had completed these goals, but because I'm going to be updating this, I'm going to delete at least this one right here, this date. So we're going to have to update our main mortgage. So when the property tax increase is added starting January of next year, it will be about $3,000 a month. It's like $2,990, but I just round up to $3,000 a month for our main mortgage, guys. We are paying currently $2,261.39. Yes, I know the mortgage by heart. And for it to go up that much is insane, but their rationale was property values went up, so taxes go up. This is inflation, guys. This is what I've been talking about. Things going up. So all this free money, all this housing stuff that's going on right now on the back end, things are going up. Food, gas, toiletries is going up. Now property taxes are going up. Things are just getting more expensive. That's why I always talk about invest something. Invest something. The return from the stock market is so much greater. Continuing on. Our rental property number 1, starting in January, will be about $1,250. I round up because I just want to make sure I overdo it by a teeny bit. Next is our second rental property, and that's going to go up. This is the one that's going up the least, about $1,325 a month. So As you can see, the graph over here updated, the 6 months updated as well. And we'll go through this, but again, guys, this is why it's so important to just go back and look at your bills, what has gone up since you first made your emergency fund, and adjust from there. Utilities, I would probably get on those pay as you go or those types of plans where you pay the same amount every month, whether your bill is higher or lower. I would probably do that, and I would try to shoot for $200 a month. Water is $85. Verizon, like I said, is $75. So nothing else is really changing. I think I would want to increase our miscellaneous budget as well to $250 because things have gone up. And I think I would want to increase our bulk shopping to $200 as well, just, to be on the safe side. Gas is going up, and we do have 2 cars now. My husband will probably be going on interviews if he was without a job, or myself. That costs money. Taking the kids back and forth to school, that costs money as well. We would try to truncate like the grocery stops and the Target stops and things like that, but we will have to use gas, and we don't know what gas prices will look like, so that's why I have $150 there. And so I think everything looks pretty good. So for our new 1-month emergency fund is $7,442, and that's it. But you know what? I'm thinking I want to put miscellaneous 300. I just feel like that's a much better number. So for 1 month, $7,492. For 3 months, it auto-populated. $22,476 for 5 months. We need $37,460, and for 6 months to have a 6-month fully funded emergency fund, we need $44,952. But I will aim to make it 45 because that's just a whole number, and I just love whole numbers. And so, as you can see in this chart, our main mortgage is 40% of this. This is like, guys, when I first got the paperwork in the mail about the property taxes, I was so upset. You guys have no clue how mad I was. So much so that I called a lawyer. We got a pre-approval to sell this main home we're in and to buy another home in another county. Why? Because our taxes are more than our principal. Like, our taxes is more than our principal and insurance. That is insane. And so, I just feel like where we live, is it worth $3,000 a month? And to me, I don't think it is. I'll keep you guys updated on that. But again, guys, once I was able to kind of calm down, and my husband was like trying to get me to think more rationally, because it wasn't just me. The whole county, there's thousands of people in this county that I'm in that are upset, that are contacting lawyers, that are thinking of doing a class action lawsuit. Because keep in mind, I'm not against taxes going up, but our taxes went up on our main home over 130%. 130%. That's insane. Now, granted, our current home is worth over $500,000 right now. But my thing is that property values can fluctuate. So what if the market crashes like it did in 2008? I don't think it will, but I'm just saying, what if? We still have to pay those taxes each month. The taxes don't fluctuate unless they do another reassessment, which the county says costs them like a couple $1,000,000. And so again, guys, I just wanted to come back to this and just make sure I updated our emergency fund, and I am going to do a video on maybe like an updated financial goals, because when you're paying an extra $1,000 a month, that does affect your bottom line. Now, granted, we do have a rental. These 2 rentals, one of them rent out for pretty much $1,700 a month, and the other one ran out for $1,800 a month. So we still get income from that, but that does cut it into our bottom line. My husband is due for an increase in his salary in October. He qualifies for 2 each year, April and then in October. So I'll let you guys know that. The hope is that this increase will kind of take up this $1,000 increase in our mortgages, but I'll keep you guys updated on that. But that's pretty much our, updated emergency fund. I'm going to delete this, and because, we're aiming for $45,000 now. We currently have about $35,000. So I'm going to just make sure I continue to put money in the emergency fund to get up to $45,000, because like I said, this is an insurance policy for our finances, and knowing that things could just go up, that property taxes can be reassessed, we want to make sure that we update it here as well. So that's the video for today, guys. Do you guys have an emergency fund? How many months are you guys trying to save for? Are you fully funded? Do you check in on your emergency fund and make, updates and alterations to it? Let me know, because I'd like to talk to you guys in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe